patches, which is ultimately like free damage. But the small time Buccaneer is actually just really good. And then of course you like just have that synergy. Love memes and puns. Is that bad? Thank you for following.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
A lot of people have actually switched over to like other pirate decks. That is like pirate, shaman, and even like the pirate rogue, and they may like arguably be more consistent in the long run. Like pirate warrior is like your typical aggro deck in that. And then like if you don't kill the enemy by like a certain amount of time, you just lose. It is, however, perhaps the fastest deck in the game. And like when people think aggro, they may think Hunter. Well, Hunter is, thanks to the hero power, like more consistent than Pirate Warrior, right? Pirate Warrior, you can have a slow draw and just not get there. But the slow draws that Hunter would get are supplemented by the hero power. So you have other aggro decks that are just probably more consistent than the Pirate Warrior, but not as fast. Yeah, Gorehouse pretty good. We don't typically see it in aggro decks though, because at 7 mana you're actually like really looking to end the game, and so damage per card on Gorehouse is actually more like 7, right? Because you're looking to go face on like turn 7, turn 8, turn 9. And so compared to Arcanite Reaper is actually not quite as good.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Other notable warrior cards in the pirate variant. I don't remember what set this came out in, but the 3/4 that if you control a pirate, you get +1/+1 on your weapon. Again, more damage per card. A 3 mana 3/4 is good to begin with, but doing the +1/+1 to the weapon is effectively gaining you like, you know, additional 3 damage, 4 damage. I actually think this is pretty difficult, because like buffing these is just like not great, and this 4/4 likely won't survive. However, I can play out the Harrison Jones, and he almost has to burn Fireball on it, or maybe 2 spells in order to actually kill it. So that's my thought behind that. You broke 1,000 views, do something. I'm going to be really impressed and surprised by the fact that I broke 1,000 views. Does that count? So the fact that he played like the Roaring Torch, which is basically almost top deck, he hasn't played a Frostbolt yet, so I just don't really see this guy surviving. But there's just like not a lot going on. I don't know, this is not looking good. Tempo Mage is actually a pretty good pick right now because of the aggro decks that are running around. Like Flame Waker just, you know, demolishes little small pirates. Yeah, I think like half those 1,000 views is me, right? Is this stream working? That's actually a pretty good sign. Conceit and celebration. That's what it is. we'll concede this game not because we're getting wrecked, but it's to celebrate my 1,000 views. This isn't awful. We're expecting this to be mirror entity, so you know, playing out the Grime Street outfitter is really good. However, if he is running Flame Strike, oh, we get wrecked. Hexcam, what's not working? My concede?
The game begins. Too bad.
Holy cow.
Too bad.
I'm gonna get rid of this guy.
Fire one.
That's a little curious. He is running Ice Barrier, and is he that scared of of like Pirate Warrior? My man is just that sick of Pirate Warrior that he is running Ice Barrier main deck, man. You look like my mom trying to click the web browser.
At last.
Oh, that explains a lot. I'm actually really interested in playing this deck. It's Tempo Highlander. And the thought process is, the main one is Salya, the new card that Mage got for their Highlander card. 7 mana, 5/5, the next spell is free. Well, that's not very good in a typical Highlander shell. That is the Reno shell, which is typically defensive, because it's a tempo play, and that's just like not what you're looking for. It is, however, much better in a tempo mage shell.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
I think I'm gonna go face with the rest of this. I don't want to put 3 damage on my ooze. It just makes it so much easier to kill.
Put your faith in the light.
That may be ill-advised, knowing that he is Highlander and going to have Reno. Let me try this. Crap.
A game? So kind of you to join me.
I'm going to lose to this. That's a good card.
Don't reporting for duty, child.
Despite like how good my position on board looks right now, I really don't think our chances of winning this are very high. If he has Reno, it's like over. This is Reno, by the way. This is. This one right here.
This isn't.
We're gonna be rich.
Fantastic. Where did that even? That came from the RTH.
The victory is yours.
Literal concede button. Thank you. I needed that. The light looks an awful lot like a red skull inside of a gear of death. With some, dare I say, Kirby's worshipping it?
Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I will fight with honor.
Always expecting Pirate Warrior, and this hand is not good against any of that. Earliest drop is our Keeper of Ultimate, which is not. I did not mean to keep that. I just want to talk about it. And so Keeper of Ultimate is not going to be very good in this matchup. Although in theory, like if I play an early drop, it can maybe help me trade up. Like I cast it and actually target my own minion. This is another one of the reasons why Pirate Warrior is pretty good, is the consistency of just like having a weapon, which means the small time Buccaneer is just like always active. The Swamp Ooze almost looks like a really good play. But I mean, just like getting rid of like a 1-2 weapon when you might just have Fiery War Axe in hand is just not that strong. Playing out the Grime Street Outfitter is just going to absorb an attack, which means my next turn's follow-up is getting rid of a weapon, which is now worse. So that might be some argument to playing the Swamp Ooze. Yeah.
Accidents. They happen, you know?
Yeah, the deal with the Reno Jackson is that a very powerful effect at the cost of making your deck inconsistent. Where it gets tricky is where there's like consistent effects, such as like if what you want is like removal, you know, spot removal or AoE removal, in a deck like or a class like Warlock just has so many cards that accomplish that goal.
I wonder.
That you really actually don't lose that much consistency, if any.
The light protects me.
We could small time recruits there. I mean, this is not amazing into his board, but what we're looking at is doing Keeper of Ultimate and actually being able to take out the 3-4 or the 4-3 here. We almost wish he would play Arcanite Reaper next turn. Oh, the defender's really good.
None may steal our
I fight.
The battle.
Oh. We're at 9. Yeah, but so we could Harrison, and that looks really strong. The problem is he still is left with 3 on board, and could easily do another 6 from hand with another weapon, Heroic Strike. So what we want to do is taunt up. I almost want to taunt this guy because it essentially absorbs damage twice. Whereas like he could just attack in here. Yeah, I want to taunt this card up.
My shield for Argus.
not in my house.
Ha ha!
We are okay with that. Yeah, pretty excited about this Harrison now.
That belongs not in my house.
I fight.
Astonishing.
Happy feast of winter.
Hey, hit him with one of the best
Happy
emotes in the
feast of
game.
Wintervale champion.
How you gonna come back from that? Oh yeah, yeah. Just go ahead. I think that's enough damage. Oh no, he went to 16.